All right, let's see here. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announcements. This is all, I think they do this just to piss people off. I think they throw these people out there just to piss off the rock and roll people. So this year, the inductees, the nominees are Mary J. Blige, real rock and roll, Mariah Carey, Cher. I could kind of get Cher a little bit, but even that's a stretch. Dave Matthews Band, okay, at least a rock and roll, and he's out there and he's a jam band and he's got his place and he's got his own unique sound. Eric B. and Rakim, they're like a hip hop duo. I mean, come on. Foreigner, I could see Foreigner getting in there. Peter Frampton, well, biggest live album of all times or close to it. So he does have his place. And he was in Humble Pie and a lot of other stuff. Jane's Addiction, I could see Jane's Addiction. They were on the floor, especially Perry Farrell kind of got Lollapalooza started and stuff. So I could see their impact and what they do. And Jane Says, I think, is a great song. Mountain Song. Those are a lot of good songs. Kool and the Gang. Now, Kool and the Gang, I could see, here's how I see some of these bands, okay? Because they're like a funk disco thing. And I think, you have to have those, if they started at a time in the 50s or 60s when rock and roll was everything, when Ray Charles was rock and roll and whoever else was rock and roll. If that soul kind of sound was in the rock and roll umbrella, then I could see it, And I think, Kool and the Gang, they're kind of that funky and dancey. Plus the guys are from Youngstown. So that'd be nice to have them in there just because. Lenny Kravitz, has he really been around long enough? Has he really made a big splash other than a few songs, American Woman and
he can play that guitar there.
Is there anybody out there going, man, I saw Lenny Kravitz in concert and that guy made me want to pick up a guitar? And I mean, okay, yeah, other than what is the other one? Are You Gonna Go My Way, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's got 2 songs out there.
Poppy songs.
Yeah. Then Oasis, they're that alternative sound. You know what turned me off against Oasis? Well, first of all, they're always fighting with each other and stuff. They're not. It seems to me like they're not really serious about the music because they can't get their shit together. But the thing that turned me off about them at the beginning was how everybody was comparing them to the Beatles. And everybody had them crown the next Beatles when they put out their first album. These guys are it. They're the best Beatles. This is it, man. And that hype just snowballed, which sometimes that hype like that is bad for you.
It'll kill you.
So to me, it just got like, okay, these guys aren't the next Beatles. I'm not even interested in them now. Forget it. But I'll tell you what, I went to see them in concert one time and it was kick ass. I got to say, Wonderwall and,
but baby,
are you gonna be the one to save me? The champagne supernova
in the sky.
But they were really good, like surprisingly good. I that was one of those. I'm going, and however it is, that's the way it's going to be. See, I'm not one of these people that go to a concert. I have never really had a bad time at a concert. I go there in the mindset that I'm going there to have fun. That's all I'm going there for. I'm not sitting here to be a music critic and listen to every note that this guy plays or whatever, especially if you're up in the nosebleed section or something.
Yeah.
You're kind of disconnected from the guy as it is.
Yeah, well,
so,
you and I have an appreciation for music in general.
Right,
so it could be country or rock.
Yeah.
It
could be, I used to love to go to the symphony when I was in grade school. Just to get out of class was enough to begin with. And then I was interested in the music, and it was like, oh, I really enjoyed that, and all that stuff, and I don't know. But yeah, I don't go there. The reason I'm going there is to have a good time. I'm going there to hear a few tunes from a live band and have a couple of drinks.
Right.
That's what I'm going there for. And anything I get after that is a benefit, and I very rarely just walk out of a place and go, that just sucked.
Yeah.
I always look at the bright, hey, you know what? Boy, that one song they did, that was really good. Or man, that guy was really good on the guitar at that one. I don't go there hoping to have a bad time so I could bitch about it, because I love music. I'm into listening to it. But if I'm just going to a concert, I'm not there to be Joe Rock critic. especially when I don't sing and I don't play an instrument. So, but that's one of my pet peeves. Sinead O'Connor, come on. They just throw these people up there to make, and she's going to get in, because of her past and everything, Sinead O'Connor's going to get in. Ozzy's a solo performer. He should be in. Be in. Just mention Ozzy. And then Sade, smooth operator.
Oh, no kidding.
She's up. But once again,
one hit wonder.
Yeah, what is she? I mean, she's talented and everything, and she got that jazzy sound, but Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't know. And then a Tribe Called Quest. Okay, I mean, when Warren Zevon is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, how could you not even mentioned, not even nominated, not even mentioned? And how could that be?
But I think you're right that they put some iffy ones on there to get people talking about it, and then more people pay attention to it.
Yeah. Okay, here it is. Okay. An artist's musical impact and influence on other artists, length and depth of career and body of work, as well as innovation and superiority in style and technique are taken into consideration. So why don't they just, why don't they just call it then the Hall of Fame of popular music and innovation and creativity, instead of calling it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Honestly, I think they painted themselves into a corner calling it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because it's not a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And obviously, I mean, do you just put everybody in there because they were a rock star? Is Eddie Money like worthy of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I mean, he had a long career and stuff, but I mean, I like Eddie Money, but is he something above and beyond, a step above and a step beyond? I can see why they don't want to put everybody in there, because just because you're a rocker doesn't necessarily mean you're a Hall of Famer, like a baseball player. Look at how they scrutinize how you get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Those guys are like nuts when it comes to that, But it's I don't know. They should just call it the Hall of Fame of popular music or whatever. And it goes on here. What does it say? Okay, we intentionally foster a diverse and equitable nonprofit museum that encourages and embraces creativity and innovation. So call it the Hall of Fame of equality, creativity, and innovation, and get it over with.
Right.
Why don't we just call it that?
This says the eligibility for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Artists become eligible for induction 25 years after the release of their first record. Criteria includes the influence and significance of the artist's contributions to the development and perpetuation of rock and roll.
Right. So Mariah Carey, come on. Mary J. Blige, come on. Tribe Called Quest, I don't know.